Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my home. My name is Becky. I am so excited that you're here today. Well, my plans today were to start decorating for fall, but they got changed just a little bit, just a few minutes ago. David called me and said that he would like to ask a couple of friends to come over for dinner Saturday night. And I would rather the house be in order than in disarray when company's coming over. So I decided to just wait one more week before I start decorating for fall. I hope that's okay with you all. But what I thought I would do today is, I did this last year. I did a final house tour before things start changing around for the holiday seasons, which are rolling around. During the holidays, I change everything up in here. I take stuff down, I move things around, and I thought, well, let's just do one final house tour before we start tearing things down. Plus, it helps me to go back and look at the video and know where to put things back when I'm all done with Christmas. So I do like to take pictures and videos of my house before I start deconstructing everything. I have so many new subscribers since last year that I thought, well, what'll it hurt? We'll just do a quick little house tour. And then actually I might even try to film a second video today for you so I can have 2 out this week. And I'll show you my fall haul of what I picked up and what I plan to do with it. So at least I'll have 2 videos out this week. So that's my plan. Fingers crossed it'll work. And next week, Lord willing, we'll start decorating for fall. All right, so I'm gonna start at the door. I'm not gonna start outside because my porch is not the most beautiful thing to look at, and it's really nothing to brag about right now other than my beautiful bench that David built for me. That is a masterpiece, and I guess I could show you that, but the rest of the porch is mess. It's too hot to go out there. I've already had to stop 4 times and cool down just to film this because it is just too stinking hot in North Carolina right now. I'm burning up. So we're not gonna go outside. I'm gonna turn the camera around, but this is as you would be entering the house at the front door. The first thing you might notice when you see my home is that I am not a minimalist by any stretch of the imagination. I am 100% a maximalist. I love decor. I love to be surrounded by decor. It makes me happy. It brings me joy, and that's the life I live, and I love it. The second thing you'll notice is that everything is here. It is an open concept house. It is a small house. It's nice and cozy. We've got the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, and then this would be my craft room, spare bathroom or guest bathroom. That's my guest room. Coming back over here is my bedroom over here, and that's the entrance to the garage. So that's it. That's all we have, other than David has a little office and we have a master bathroom. But we love our little house. It's cozy. It's just big enough for us, and it works for us, and we're happy here. So let's start, I guess, here at the entrance behind me. You're also going to notice that a lot of the pieces in my home, the wood pieces, the furniture pieces, are handmade by David. This is the first thing you'll see that he made. This is just a little entryway table, and we throw our keys here, we throw our shoes here, David throws his work bag here, and this is just our catch-all table. And moving up here, these are some floating shelves that David put in that are permanently attached to the wall, and I felt like I could get more pictures up there if I just leaned them up and kind of stacked them on top of each other, or what's the word, staggered them up there instead of hanging them on the wall. And I like the way they look just leaned up against the wall there. So most of these pictures are pictures that I took, other than the dance photos. I didn't take those, but everything else I took myself. I used to do some photography years ago. All right, so we're gonna come over here. This is another piece that David built. This is my hutch, and this houses part of my Depression glass collection and just some pieces that I love. This design on these dishes remind me of my mom. They're nostalgic for me, and they bring me joy, and I like them. I put paper in the back of this hutch. It's not a permanent solution, but it does give me the idea that I can do this in a more permanent way. I just haven't done it yet, but I like the lighter paper in the back. You can see my dishes a little better, but that's like I said, David built this for me, and I just put all my pretties in here. There are lights in there that it will light up, and you can see everything a little better, but I usually don't light it up unless it's, you know, dark and we're cozying up at night, and I might light it up every now and then. These dishes over here are just a little collection of stoneware and ironstone that I have collected throughout the years. It's kind of like my sunflower collection. And I started out with 3, and I've grown my collection to 5. I have more that I'm trying to decide what to do with. And I think what I'm gonna do, thanks to a lot of suggestions from you guys, is instead of going across the top, I think I'm gonna continue the collection over here. But I'm not gonna do that quite yet. I've got to get a few more plates together to do that. But this is my hutch. It started out with just the buffet, and I would set stuff on top of the buffet, and then David built this top piece in addition to that, and it made it into the most beautiful hutch you've ever seen. So, and it is enormous. It takes a lot of dishes to fill that hutch. This dining room table David built for me as well. He did not build the chairs, but he did build the table. I change this table up all the time. I've always got something new and exciting coming on here. I do like to put my depression glass on here, but I was ready for a little change. I wanted a little nostalgia, so I changed it up not too long ago, and this was the design that I came up with. These placemats right here came from Hobby Lobby, if you can believe it. And then this is a vintage tablecloth that I folded to where it would look like a runner. This is my vintage owl, and I made a little flower arrangement in there. I have the whole set of canisters that match this little guy that I'm excited to put out one day. I'm not quite ready to do that yet. I found some more of these glasses that I love so much. I ordered those off of eBay. I think they ended up being, with shipping, around $35 for 4 of them. I picked these up in a recent antique haul, and I love those so much. And then these were from an antique store as well. So it's just little pieces that I have collected throughout my trips and my shopping journeys and put together to make this cute little display. Now, I have noticed that my style has changed a lot over the last year. I am leaning more towards the mid-century decor theme, I guess. When I first started this channel, I had a lot of I guess I would mix vintage in with farmhouse. I think that's how I started mostly, and I still like that look. But the more I go shopping at these antique stores and see all these beautiful things like this, the more I'm drawn to this look. And I just love it. It just brings me so much happiness. So my style's changing, it's evolving, and we're just buying all kinds of fun things. Now, this is what I call my Amazon shelf. And because it came from Amazon, you can still buy it. I decorate this for all the holidays, well, not all the holidays, but all the big holidays. So these things come down, but it is also a lot of my amber glass collection. I have a huge amber glass collection, and I know the light's coming in and it's a little hard to see. I'm gonna scoot in a little closer here in a minute. I also have some of my ironstone and stoneware dishes that I've collected. That's a sign that I made. I got this awesome lamp at the Habitat not too long ago, so I incorporated that. That's a dough bowl that David made, and I'll go a little closer so you can see, because I know the light's pretty bad. But I just stack all of my amber glass pieces on top of each other, and the ones that are more prominent, of course, I try to display. But I have so many of these little extra dishes that I just use them as risers, and it works well, and it kind of shines through, and it's just so pretty to me. I always add different elements, like I'll add greenery, I'll add dishes like this and this, I'll add wood, and I'll add books. That way it's not all, and doilies. That way it's not all glass, and it just gives you something else to look at besides glass. And then here's the next shelf, and same thing. I just mix in all the elements, all the textures. And I'm gonna go down on my knee here so you can see the next one. I've got some stoneware in there, some wood, just different heights, different layers, different textures is my secret, I guess. And then there is the bottom one. So that is my little Amazon shelf. Now this wall here is the home to my beautiful, I guess they're called sofa paintings. I don't know, it's vintage, it is original. There's a signature on there somewhere. David bought this for me at an antique store and I absolutely love it. It's very large. I don't have a place for it behind my couch, so this was the best place for us to put it, and I just absolutely love this painting. And I think what I'm gonna do for Halloween this year is put some little ghosties in here. Not paint it, of course, but like maybe draw some out and put in there. So I think that would be fun to put some little ghosties in there. So that is my dining room. So we're gonna move over. One more thing before we go to the dining room. I collect, as I said, vintage stoneware and vintage ironstone dishes, all kinds of dishes. Dishes are my weakness. And I have so many that I run out of places to put them. So I put them all on my walls. And this was a set that I had gotten at an antique store. Actually, they both are. They were just on 2 different trips. And that was my solution to hanging some of my dishes so that I could display them and enjoy them. It's right over my door. So I'm loving it right now, but it may change in the future. Who knows? All right, so this kitchen is the tiniest kitchen in the world. It is, you know, builder grade everything. We tried to make some improvements by putting these countertops on here. We changed the flooring, which is already ready to be changed again. It's just the simplest of kitchens, and I try to just do the best with what I have. So we'll start with above the cabinets, and this is my Pyrex collection. And again, I try to make it with different textures. So I've added wooden boxes, I've added greenery, I've added books up there, bottles, just to try to change up the texture so it's not so boring to look at. And then in this little corner is another little set, a couple sets that I have. So that's my Pyrex collection. I have an idea for my Pyrex collection coming up, but it just hasn't come into play yet. So that might be coming up soon. And then on my counter here, we also changed the sink out too. So this is just my little Hobby Lobby shelf that I ordered online. It came to me broken. I have to keep earthquake putty underneath it to keep it from rocking, but I love it and I decorate it for all the seasons. I do try to use all of my canisters. So this was where I had brown sugar, but I'm just out right now. And then I would put a little bit of little hard candies in there, but I just don't have any right now. And there's one of my mini cream and sugar sets, and mini salt and pepper sets, but also pieces to my amberglass collection right here. So my countertops are full. No stone unturned in this house, no space unfilled. All right, and then I have this little window to look out the back. And then these are some more of my amberglass canisters. Rice goes in here. I'm out right now. I need to go to the grocery store, I guess. Rice, sugar, and flour. I have not had any issues with them being stale or anything. I use rice so much that it doesn't even sit in there long. I go through it so fast. And then this corner here, I try to put something high up in the corner to give it some interest, and just, you know, whatever I can find. I've got my little amberglass toothpick holder. This little lamp came from Hobby Lobby, and the rest is probably thrifted. And then again, I add greenery, doilies, all kinds of texture. Oh, these came from Cracker Barrel. So salt and pepper shakers. And then this little noodle board David built for me, and I painted it. And then over here, I do try to keep a cute little dish towel on this little ladder. You can get these at Hobby Lobby, probably still today. This is the same fabric that I used I made pillows for my bedroom. So I had some leftover, and I love this fabric. I would use it all the time. And then this is the other corner, and I just bought this plate on eBay, and I've had these salt and pepper shakers for years and years, and I just love the vintage look that this has right here. And then I have a small collection of little amber glasses here, and I don't know where to put them. I had them in my 3-tier tray, but my tray's not up right now, so I set them over here for the time being. And David built this bread box for me, and I painted the letters on it. So that is my kitchen. And then, wait a minute, let me move this out the way so it's not so messy up there. This is above my refrigerator, and I decorate that for the seasons as well. It's just a little disheveled right now, but anyway. Okay, let's go in the living room. So the living room, we have a couch and a love seat and a rocking chair. We have too much furniture in here, but we have a lot of people over here all the time, so we need the space, we need the seating, and what else are you gonna do? I'd rather have a lot of furniture than my guests have to sit on the floor. So this table David built out of a piece of live wood. I don't know what kind of wood, but he can tell you it's a fancy wood. And then I have my little candy dish that I usually try to keep candy in it because, you know, that's the proper thing to do for your guests, but just I'm out right now. And then this little, what do you call this, curio cabinet back here, I have all of my sunflower dishes in there. I have a small collection of them. There's a little bit of depression glass in there. Let me get a little closer so you can see. This lights up as well. Just don't have it lit up right now. And I just have all of my sunflower dishes. And I do want to do a sunflower table scape or either a sunflower hutch decorate with me one day. And I just didn't get around to doing it. Just so much going on this summer. And then that's another one of my paintings that is original that I have, and I just decorated the top of that curio cabinet. I've had that cabinet since I first got married. I've been married for probably, gosh, 26 years. Next week is my anniversary, so it's that 27 years. That thing is old. And then that's some more pictures that I've taken of the girls throughout the years, so have those displayed. And then over here, these cruel pictures were in my guest room. Well, if you follow the channel and you are a friend of mine, you know that Summer just moved in to my guest room, so I had to take everything down out of the guest room for her, because the style of the guest room is not her style, and I want her to feel at home. I want her to feel like this is her space, so we're gonna fix it up for her. So I took down all of my stuff, but my precious friend Susan sent these to me, the 4 big ones, and I love them so much. I could not stand the thought of not having them displayed in my home. So I tried them up here. They look a little crooked on the camera, but when I'm looking at them in person, they look okay. So I'm not really sure. I think maybe if I move this one up just a little bit, it might be where where my eyeballs like it. So, but anyway, that's my little cruel collection. Love them. And then we're gonna swing around without getting you too drunk. Hold on. To my TV wall. Now, that is probably the only piece of furniture in here that David didn't make, but it is vintage, it's mid-century, and it's lasted for a long time. You can see it's had some beats and bangs and a few pieces coming off here and there, but it works well and it's held up and I love it. So we use that for our TV console, and it has storage. That's a plus. And then the mantle above is where I like to decorate the most. I have the most fun decorating this thing in my home. It's my favorite thing to decorate. So recently I changed some things around. This is 2 more of my paintings that I have, my little collection of original art. So I put those up there and I added some art glass up there. I am missing a lid, or not a lid, but a stopper. I need a stopper just like that to go on that Empoli bottle there. So I'm looking for that. And then I've picked up a few swung glass vases to add to my little collection. So I went on a glass rant here not too long ago, and I was just looking everywhere for swung glass vases and tried to get my little collection together. So that is going to be the first thing that I decorate for fall, so make sure you tune in for that. And then over here in this corner, this blanket right here is my favorite blanket in my whole house. And I was told not to call it a blanket because it does not keep you warm. It is an Afghan. It's just gorgeous. Erica sent this to me. I have had it on the back of my couch, and then I recently moved it to my blanket ladder. And I love this thing so much. The joy it brings me, I cannot tell you. It's so beautiful. And I can't thank Erica enough for sending me that, because that right there, you guys, was a treasure. And then this little thing here came from Hobby Lobby. And I just have a few more pieces of my amber glass sitting up here to decorate it with. And then down at the bottom, that's all of my resource books on all of my glass. As far as like, there's some for depression glass, some for Fostoria, Fenton, all the different makers of the glass. I've got books for resources and trying to learn about it because I'm interested in it and I love it and I want to learn about it. And then this little shelf over here is another really dark shelf. David didn't make this one. This was a gift from a friend and we've had it for a long time. I also put the paper in the back of it to lighten it up a little bit, and I also have lights in there that will light all of this up as well. I don't light it up very often unless it's at night, like I said. But same thing, it's all of my amber glass collection, and I try to stack things up, layer them, use different textures. I have doilies, I have wicker back there, I have wood, and just making it pretty, just stacking it and making it a beautiful display. And I love it. And well, hold on, let me see. When I turn it on, you can see the lines in the paper. See the lines in the paper? So I don't turn it on very often because that bothers me, but I do like the lightness back there. So I've got to come up with a more permanent solution. David and I are talking about how to do that, so we're working on that. And then this is just a beautiful mirror just for a pretty display in this little alcove here between the garage and my bedroom. All right, my bedroom. We're gonna walk in there very quickly because I want you to see the plates that I have on the wall. So this bed set my father-in-law made. It's enormous, but he made the bed set. He made the 2 side tables, and he made this big dresser that I'm standing in front of right here that is taller than I am. He made that especially for this room. It was built for this room, and it's not ever going anywhere because it's exact dimensions of everything. And then these are the pillows that I made that I love this fabric. I ordered the fabric on eBay, and then I just made a couple of pillows to go on my bed, and I love them. And then I just have this little quilt at the bottom. These amber glass lamps, I know you can't really see that well, but they came from Hobby Lobby, and you could probably still get them now. And above the bed is where I put some of my dishes, and I just kind of, these are the ones that I only had one of. I don't have a whole collection, I just have one of them. And to me, each single one is like a piece of art, and I just love them. I love them so much. And then I have this little shelf that is just a cheap little bookshelf that I just have displayed with some pictures, some amber glass, some books. These are my scrapbooks that I made throughout the years. And just little tchotchkes and knickknacks that I picked up throughout the years. My favorite bookends here are these little owls. These are Otagiri, and that was one of my best finds that I found antiquing throughout the years. Bathroom is not clean, don't judge me, it's just straightened. So this is my bathtub, and behind that I have this big shelf here that David put up. It's permanently attached to the wall. That's another one of my original paintings, and I just made it pretty up there. And then we just have just a little display right here. Back here, David he made that shelf too. David made this shelf, and he made this little shelf here, and that's crooked. Like I said, it's not clean in here. It's just kind of straightened right now. And over here is another wall with my dish collection. So I wanted to share that with you if that's something you're interested in. And then he made these shelves back here, and I just made pretty shelves is all. I keep personal items in there that I need to reach quickly, so that's what that's for. And then I think I'm gonna take this picture down this year, and I think I'm gonna use that on my mantle for fall. I think that'll be really cute. So I'll have to find something else to go up there. So that's not very interesting, it's just kind of boring, but I just wanted to add that in real quick. We're gonna walk over to the other side of the house. Now, Summer's room is closed right now. We're not gonna go in there. This bathroom is probably the most boring room in my house. It is not very fancy, it's not decorated very well. It's just kind of the catch-all for leftovers, and David built that little shelf. The only thing in here that I really love is this little section right here. I love the little owl inside the frame, inside another frame, and these vintage, I guess they're vintage, I got them from the thrift store, candelabras, and then I got these candles from Hobby Lobby, and I love this little section. That's the only thing in this bathroom that I absolutely love. Everything else I struggle with. And then behind here is some more of my dishes. These are more of my neutral color palette dishes. And then I've got that little lamp there that doesn't even have a light bulb in it. And then last but not least, and then I'm gonna let you guys go, is my craft room. Now, when I talked to you last week and I told you that Summer was moving in and we were having to make room for her stuff and everything, we gave her the guest room. My craft room has, it was full to begin with, but we're gonna add some more to it. So this closet is full of what was in my other closet. So this is all my decor, or some of my decor. So we've got this full here of things to decorate with when we change things out. I keep these little glasses on little S hooks so that I can reach them pretty easily. And then the worst thing about this closet is that I can't really get into this corner here. So if I want this on the top, I can reach it. Look at this, isn't this cute? I need to find a place for that. That was in the guest room. I can't really get in that corner too well, but the rest of it I can access pretty easily. And I've got two pretty substantial shelves here to house things. I've got Afghans and table runners hanging. So it's all organized. It's just organized chaos right now. And I know where everything is. So I added these two shelves over here. And we've got room for more decor. And then I've ordered two more of these online. And they're going to go in front of the window over here. Because when I get ready to decorate for fall, I want a place to put all of my decor that's out there now. I don't want to box it up and put it into the shed. So, but this is my craft room, and I just did a tour of the craft room, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here. I'm just going to kind of add it in real quick with the house tour. So David built all of these shelves for me, all of these stations to suit my needs, and everything's at hand. I know where everything is, everything's organized, and it's my happy place. So this is my craft room. That's all I have for you for today. That is my little vintage home in one fell swoop tour of the house. So I really do appreciate you guys taking a few minutes of your day, a few minutes of your busy schedule to stop in and spend a few minutes of your time with me. It means so much. It means the absolute world. And again, I want to say thank you so much for all your prayers and your notes and your messages, checking on Summer, and she's doing great. She is doing great. She's got a smile on her face. She's moving forward, and I am so proud of her. Her journey is just beginning, and I truly believe that God has plans for her. She has no idea what an amazing journey is ahead of her, what beautiful things are waiting for her, what happiness is in store for her. She's just got to get there. I truly believe that, and I know God is watching out for her and He's taking care of her, and she's going to be fine. I know that. So thank you so much for checking on her and sending her your love, sending her your blessings, sending her your prayers. It means everything. You guys are the absolute best, and I will always be grateful for all the love and kindness that you guys show us every day on this channel. It means so much. But for now, that's all I have. Until next time, I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye.